Today, we're going to discuss the what, why, and how of using the Track Changes option in Microsoft Word. Track Changes is a feature that allows you to see exactly what was changed in a document by using a kind of markup notation. On closer examination, we can see what was added here in blue, what was deleted in red, and on what portions of the document comments may have been added. So why would you do this? As a single author, it's useful because you can keep track of the changes you've made and still see the original text. However, this tool really shines when you have multiple document authors. You can see their changes and others' changes to their changes. Best of all, you can choose what to accept or reject in the final draft without having to merge multiple copies of the same document. In a simultaneous co-authorship world like SharePoint or SkyDrive, the trepidation you might feel over having several people in a single document at one time can be soothed by having track changes turned on before you put the document out there to be edited. Okay, so how does it work? We turn track changes on from the Review tab in the Tracking group by clicking the Track Changes button. As we delete and add text, we see that markup language start to appear. We also see the lines here on the left indicating which lines in our document have changes. Hovering over a change shows us who made it and when they made it. If comments are added, by default they appear here over on the right. Once everyone has made their changes, as the document owner, we can then choose to accept changes one at a time, reject changes one at a time, accept all changes, or reject all changes. Changing the display options for review allows us to change it to final, which will show what our document's going to look like with all the marked up changes made. Final and original show markup shows us the changes that were made in detail, and original shows us the document before any changes were made. We can also see changes in a list by turning on the review pane here in the tracking group. We can either show it vertically, and it will show up here on the left, or horizontally on the bottom. Let's stretch that out so we can see it. For those of you working in 2013, we actually have a few different ways to view track changes. The default view is simple markup. This allows us to see what lines were changed, and if there were any comments, but not the change detail, which can be confusing to some users. You can choose all markup, which shows the change detail and the comments, or no markup, which shows the result of all changes. And then of course we can also show original, which shows it before any changes were made. You can control how changes will appear on your marked up documents by clicking on Change Tracking Options. For example, instead of showing a different color for each author, we'll have all inserted text appear in blue, all deleted text in red, and let's make those lines on the left-hand side, let's have those in green. You'll still have it tracked by author, but your changes will appear with your new colors. There are other changes we can make, like how comments appear on the screen. Let's click OK here and show our markup again. Now we can see that our markup style changes were applied. Now you have another great tool in your Microsoft Word toolbox to keep changes under control.